Welcome to this Yin Yoga sequence that supports you in moments when anxiety overwhelms you. Anxiety can have different kind of symptoms. When I am overwhelmed by this strong feeling, it usually begins with extreme, excessive worrying for those I love or for little things. That then leads me into sleepless nights. And of course, it comes along with strong exhaustion. It even can cause this feeling of being afraid of going out in the world and interact with others. Whatever the symptoms are, the source for anxiety always is the same. It's the disconnection from yourself, the disconnection then from others, and ultimately the disconnection from life itself and its natural rhythms and cycles. So please allow yourself here to arrive, to surrender, and let yourself guide out of this place of darkness into a place of light, of trust, and especially of connection to this deeper wisdom that resides within you. Enjoy this sequence. To start this Yin Yoga sequence for anxiety, please just lie flat on your belly and rest your head on your hands. Give yourself enough time to arrive here and really to pause. It's usually a reaction of defense of our nervous system that when we are in moments of anxiety, instead of pausing, we just keep running faster and faster in order to avoid this strong sensation of fear that we deal with. So focus on your exhalation that invites you with every breath to let go of tensions. Give away your worries. Know that you are at the right place in the right moment. And feel the warmth of Mother Earth under your belly, under your pelvis. Taking anything that you do not need anymore, that you do not want anymore. Feel the movement of the breath. That can be very comforting once you surrender again to this natural rhythm. And be aware that this is the time now to really take care of yourself, to nourish yourself, and most of all to be kind to yourself. Another 3 breaths here with this consciousness. And from this position, use the next inhalation to place your elbows under your shoulders on the mat, placing the forearms in a way that the hands are pointing forwards, flat on the ground. Eventually you want to open the legs a little bit wider. And here we are in the Sphinx. But the Sphinx here, which in first line opens the front of our body and brings us a little bit in a back bend, serves us here to really drop the weight that we carry around. So that's why I invite you to use the block and to rest your forehead. You can start with the higher level of the block and rest your forehead directly on the block. That's usually a hard, concrete surface that makes you feel that there is something you can rely on. Once you have the block under your head, You probably want to open the shoulders a little bit wider. Some of you need to change the height of the block and maybe lower it to a lower level. It depends a lot of the proportions, of the conditions of your muscles, the bone structure. And this will be your next 2 minutes, more or less, where you simply are. You allow yourself to be. There is nothing to change. There is nothing to fix. There is nothing to worry about. You just surrender your physical body here to this shape, while gratefully taking the support of Mother Earth, of the block, and allowing the breath to flow freely through your whole front of the body. Become heavy here. Feel the weight of your organs that hang in the front of your spine. Feel them really dropping onto your mat, onto the ground. It's a wonderful place also to rest the weight of your mind. This monkey mind with the constant flow of thoughts that brought you first into this place of anxiety. So let these thoughts, let them come and let them go without holding on to. And find back to this place of connection with who you are, with your relationship with others, and especially your special place here within the wise rhythms and cycles of life itself. 3 to 5 more breaths. Never be shy to readjust shoulders or arms whenever you feel you get tense or something becomes uncomfortable. And then use the next exhalation to drop back down onto the belly, move the block away. And you can rest your head in any way on your hands. Sometimes there is a natural rocking in your hips that releases some sensations in this area. And especially feel now your heart, your lungs being supported by the earth. Feel the warmth of the earth. Feel the chi flow again. And be very kind in your thoughts towards yourself. And we will come back up in the same position with the next inhalation to Sphinx. But once you have placed your hands in the right place for you, I invite you to engage your leg muscles and the butt muscles, the glutes, to then straighten the arms and really push the hands into the ground. Once you are there, and you can bring the hands as close to your body as you feel like, so to really bring yourself into this back bend, then you can release the muscles around the glutes and the legs and sink fully into this back bend. From here you want to readjust the arms and do not let the mat limit you to where you want to place your hands. Open them as wide as you need, as wide as you feel. Turn the wrists to one side or the other. left and right do not have to be in the same position. And really find your position here for 3 minutes in seal. There is no need for your neck to get stressed, so whenever you want to just drop the head down, let your chin drop towards your chest. And you will probably feel more the sensation in your lower back than the opening in the front side of your body. And this is exactly where we want to go to. This space between the lumbar vertebrae, where the bones are compressing each other, and important structures such as the kidney meridian. The kidneys are incredibly linked to fear and to the virtue, the wisdom, the trust in life, the ability to let go and to surrender. So this is where we want to go to this deeper layer of the kidney meridian that runs exactly through these lumbar vertebrae. Once you know that, see that your exhalation again can flow freely and pulls your belly with all the organs towards the ground. Become heavy, even feel fattier. So you allow to let go of control that brought you at this place of anxiety. The lack of trust is often one of the reasons that brings us into these moments of despair and disconnection. You will feel like the tissue is melting like chocolate in the desert, as we know from Yin Yoga. So always readjust the arms, make them even wider if you need. Sink in between the shoulder blades, or sometimes you want to more separate them from each other. It's like a few more breaths here, more to go. If the tension around the shoulders becomes too strong, you can always put the neck or the head once into the neck to find some release. And then again, bring it back down and let the chin drop to the chest. Three more conscious breaths here, allowing gravity to pull chest and belly and pelvis towards the ground. And you need to be extra gentle when you want to come back down onto the belly. Using soft exhalation here. Slide the arms eventually a little bit forward. Rest the head again on your hands. If you want, rock your pelvis a little bit. And then allow Mother Earth to carry you. While feeling the flow of chi, the blood supply, the nerves to flow again freely through this area that has been compressed. Once you have rested long enough in this position, you really need to feel safe and secure. Then begin to bring yourself back onto your knees and the hips towards your heels. So it will be the position of the child, but you want to rest your belly and your chest onto this cushion. So come a little bit more forward that you really can rest these important organs, heart, lungs, the area of the hara, all the digestive organs, let them rest on this cushion. Turn the head in any way that you can really fully relax. And you can open the knees wide enough. You can also place your arms, your shoulders wherever you need to. And then simply surrender into this quiet, comforting position. There's some moments in life, or for some bodies in life, that this position, the child position, may not be comfortable. There you can always just roll to your side and having the knees close to your chest so that you really stay in this position of protectiveness, of protection. In order to leave this place of fear and therefore disconnection from life itself, from ourselves, we need to relax. So take the support of this warm, soft cushion underneath yourself. Rely on its protection, rely on its comfort. And by simply following the flow of the breath that comes naturally, you do not need to do anything. You will probably eventually find this trust again in life's rhythms. There is nothing else to do for you right now than just to be. There is nothing else to do for you right now than just to breathe. Or let yourself breathe or breathe. It's such a relief when we realize that there is nothing else to do for us. We get so often lost in doing and planning. And yes, it's true, there are moments and there are certain needs for action. But then a big part of it is also to let go, to surrender and let life unfold. And usually it brings the better results than when we try to fix something. Can you feel your heartbeat? Can you hear the sound of the blood running through the veins and arteries? Do you allow this natural and very intelligent exchange of old toxic stuff to leave your body and take new life force in? Can you surrender to that? Become aware of all the things in your life that do work, like the functions of your body, the potential to see, the ability to hear, the art of speaking, your ability to move through the day. These are miracles happening in every second without you having to do anything. So drop another minute into the beauty of life, the perfection of life, no matter which limitations you have to face right now, which challenges are there. Each one of them has their specific meaning and purpose. And feel how beautiful it is to just be yourself. the last 3 breaths here. Let the last exhalation really carry away anything that's there still, that you know you do not want to take with you. And then use the hands here and the next inhalation to gently walk yourself back up. You can keep the eyes closed. You can remain seated here until you get used again to the neutral, upright position of your spine, to feel the beauty and the grace of who you are in this moment. And this last pose of this sequence for anxiety or to deal with anxiety now invites really the inherent healing process of body and soul. As we said at the beginning, the main source for any anxiety, fear and worries is the reason that we disconnect from ourselves and from life-wise rhythms. So in this last pose, which is called the mountain brook, where you have a bolster under your knees and a softly rolled blanket under your shoulders, you should really feel completely relaxed so that you can surrender in this vulnerable position. Show yourself the way you are while fully trusting into life. We have a wonderful poem for connection, written and also spoken by Anouk Macchetti, that is going to guide you in and out of this pose and therefore out of this sequence. Enjoy the poem, enjoy the pose, and allow yourself to reconnect yourself to life.
Connection. Soften into who you are. Feel the whole of you, your sharp edges, straight planes, fields of stars at your core. Taste the cool air on your face, the fire within. Let go of your struggle, a wave breaking on the shore, bringing treasures from the sea. Feel your life move around you, through you, its colors, song, contours, scent, flavors, filtered through your prism consciousness. Live from here. This is your connection to yourself and the world. Sometimes you may feel your life is elsewhere, and you were living as another, carrying someone else's thoughts. Where did they come from? Come back here. Find your center, your field of stars. What does the whole of you say? Reach out to others. You will feel them all around you, a pulse sent across an invisible conduit, humming with energy, or something steadier, a slow burn. Some are the mirror of your soul. Others will catch you when you fall, or give what you think you don't have, and you will miraculously reciprocate, growing stronger each day. Finally, you will gather Gaia into your embrace. The sea, rivers, earth, mountains, skies, forests, animals, wind, thunder, lightning, sunsets and sunrises. You are part of all this, now and forever. You are not alone in the cold clutch of isolation, the frantic pace of life today. Feel the connection to self, to others, to nature. This is what we are, and how we will be measured when we are stardust again.